is my special needs assistant skills demonstration assignment 5N1786. My name is Jimmy Hughes and this is my demonstration. In this presentation, we'll be taking a look into relating skills, practical skills, interpersonal skills, good practice skills, and for the case study, we're going to be basing it on a young student named Kevin. Section 1, Relating Skills. Case study of Kevin. So, Kevin is a 12-year-old boy from Donegal, Ireland. He lives with his parents and has 2 brothers, and Kevin is diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, ASD. He attends a mainstream school and experiences challenges with social interactions, sensory sensitivities, and transitioning between tasks. Kevin requires the support of a special needs assistant, or an SNA, to help him follow instructions, manage his anxieties, and engage with peers and other staff members. He benefits from visual aids, a quiet space for self-regulation, and regular speech and social skills therapy. With consistent SNA support, Kevin has shown progress in communication, routine precipitation, and emotional regulation. Kevin's condition: autism spectrum disorder, ASD. Kevin has difficulties with social communication and interaction, such as understanding body language, facial expressions, or engaging in back and forth conversation. He also has repetitive behaviours and routines, including repeated movements, insistence on the same, or strong preference for specific routines. He also has sensory sensitivity, such as being over or under sensitive to sounds, lights, textures, or smells. He also has a narrow, intense interests, like a child may focus deeply on a particular topic or activity that they are doing. He has challenges with flexible thinking and problem solving, often leading to difficulty adapting to changes or trying new activities or topics. Non-verbal communications. With this, you must observe body language and facial expressions to understand how the student is feeling, especially when they cannot express it verbally. Also, paying attention to the gestures or physical cues such as pointing, pulling, or moving away are vital, as these often replace spoken communications. They might have the use and respond to visual supports like picture cards or communication boards to help the student express needs and understand routines. Being mindful of the tone of voice and the pace, as a student may be sensitive to how something is said rather than just the words he or she uses. You need to create a calm, predictable environment which supports better non-verbal interactions and reduces stress that can affect the communication. Active listening skills. Always maintain eye contact. Even if culturally inappropriate, you still need to show engagement and attentiveness while the person is speaking. Use verbal and non-verbal cues, saying something like or even nodding, just to show that you are listening and understanding the student. Paraphrase or summarise what the speaker has said to confirm understanding. Sometimes ask open-ended questions to encourage further elaboration and show that you're interested in their thoughts, trying to find out more information even from the student. Avoid interrupting and give the speaker time to express their thoughts fully before responding, ensuring they feel heard and valued, and you also have an understanding of what was said. Section 2. Practical skills. Positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is the use of rewards or praise to encourage desired behaviours in students, helping to increase their likelihood of repeating the behaviours in the future. An SNA can use rewards such as verbal praises, stickers, extra rec time, or small privileges to reinforce positive actions to complete a task, maybe stay focused or follow the instructions. Positive reinforcement is most effective when the reward is timely, consistent, and specific to the behaviour being reinforced, ensuring that the student clearly understands the connection between their action and the reward. By consistently reinforcing positive behaviours, the student's self-esteem and motivation are enhanced, leading to a more positive learning experience and a greater engagement with tasks. This approach helps the student feel valued and successful, which is essential for building trust and independence. Positive reinforcement is a basic principle of B.F. Skinner's positive reinforcement as part of his work during the 1930s and the 1940s. It is the process of rewarding desired behaviours with something pleasant or desirable in the order to increase the likelihood that the behaviour will occur again in the future. This is his table on the right-hand side of the slide. Rationale for selecting positive reinforcements. Reinforcing desired behaviours like following instructions or staying on tasks helps Kevin develop critical skills such as independence, social interactions, and self-regulation in a constant and structured way. By using positive reinforcements, Kevin is more likely to stay focused and participate in activities as he associates the behaviour with a rewarding outcome. This is particularly important for students who may struggle with attention or anxiety. Positive reinforcements helps to clarify what behaviours are expected from Kevin, allowing him to understand the connection between his actions and the rewards, reducing the confusion or frustration for Kevin. Preparation for Kevin. As Kevin's SNA, we must assess Kevin's IEP and his support plan to determine the level of assistance required, including any specific learning targets or behavioural strategies we may have. Break the task into small, manageable steps to reduce overwhelm and allow Kevin to complete each part with clear expectations and minimal frustration. Use visual support and promote maybe a task strips, picture schedules, or first and then boards to aid understanding and maintain focus. Prepare any sensory-friendly materials, e.g. text tools or noise-reducing headphones, based on Kevin's sensory profile and needs. Ensure consistency with recommended approaches such as TEACCH or PECS or other autism spectrum specific frameworks outlined in his plan. Set up a quiet, low distraction work area to help Kevin remain calm and engaged with access to a break card or calm space if needed. Implementation of approach. The method I used in implementing the positive reinforcement approach is first and then. So for the example, I said, first, complete your math worksheet, Kevin. Then you can have 5 minutes of tablet time. This strategy provides a clear structure and motivating reward for Kevin. It uses positive reinforcement by offering a preferred task, like his tablet, after the completion of a lesser preferred or challenging task to Kevin, which is his maths. This is Kevin's least preferred subject in school and needs a lot of encouragement to participate in the class or complete his homework of sorts. It supports predictability, helping Kevin understand what is expected and what he will gain by cooperating and completing his work. On the right here you will see is a demonstration of a first and then. Evaluate the task. So, SNA's point of view. What was good in the SNA's point of view? The first then strategy motivated Kevin to complete the task. The visual supports helped maintain focus for Kevin, and with this responded well to praise and stayed regulated during his work. What did not go so well in the eyes of the SNA? Kevin became distracted when the environment was too noisy. The transition to the next task caused anxiety despite the visual cues. What was good for Kevin's point of view? He knew what to expect and felt rewarded after completing his work. And he enjoyed earning tablet time and felt successful. And the visual made it easier to understand instructions. What did not go so well? Kevin found the math task hard and needed more breaks. He also got upset when the reward was delayed due to the task's extensions. Section 3. Interpersonal skills. The role of an SNA as part of an MDT. They work with others, like teachers, therapists, and parents, to support the student. They also share daily observations about the student's progress, behaviours, and needs. They help create the PPP by giving input on what works well for the student. Follows the PPP by using agreed strategies and supports during the school day. Keeps things consistent. Tells the teacher or the team if changes are needed to the plan. While on placement I worked in my multidisciplinary team, we would have effective communication where I would maintain clear, respectful communication with teachers and all professionals by actively listening. With teamwork, I work closely with the class teacher and other staff to implement strategies from the personal pupil plan, the PPP, to support Kevin's needs. I must have empathy and respect. I had to show care and understanding for both Kevin's needs and the view of the MTD team, and kept professionalism at all times. I was reliable and prepared for the meetings whilst keeping sensitive information private and following school policy guidelines at all times. A personal pupil plan, or PPP. Here is an example of a personal pupil plan explaining the details of the student. Schools are required to put in place a personal pupil plan, including a care plan for all pupils availing of an SNA support. Schools who employ SNAs must have clear policies in place as part of the school planning process to manage and deploy SNAs. Section 15, Personal Pupil Plan, PPP. Section 4, Good Practical Skills. I've chosen independence. Encourage one independent skill at a time. Focus on one area, like putting on a coat or tidying up after him, so the student can learn without feeling overwhelmed. Break down tasks into smaller, more clear steps, keeping the steps simple and using visual aids that help students understand and complete tasks on their own. Offer support, then step back. It helps the student to just get started, then slowly reduce the help to build their confidence and self-reliance. Give time and space to try, allow the student enough time to attempt tasks independently. Even if it takes longer, let them use the time. Praise effort and independence. Recognise when the student tries by themselves. Even if it's not perfect, this encourages more independence for the next task or event. Inclusion. Encourage participation in all activities. Support the student to join in with class tasks, games and routines alongside with their peers in their class. Adapt tasks to match the student's needs. Make small changes so the student can take part meaningfully without being singled out. Promote peer interaction. Help the student build friendships by supporting social opportunities and group work within the class. Use positive language and attitudes. Model respect, patience, and acceptance to help create an inclusive classroom culture. Children's rights. Every child has the right to be treated equally. All children should be treated fairly, no matter their ability, background, or situation. The best interests of the child come first. Decisions and actions should always focus on what is best for the child. Every child has the right to life, survival, and development. Children should be supported to grow, learn, and reach their full potential. Children have the right to be heard. Children should be listened to and their views respected in a manner that affect them. Support children to understand their rights. Help children know they have rights and feel confident using their voice in a safe and respectful environment. Confidentiality. Keeping personal information private. You can only share information about a child or student with staff who need to know to support the children's well-being. Speak about children respectfully. Never discuss a child's needs or situation in public places or around with others who are not involved. Follow school policies and guidelines. Always follow the school's confidentiality procedures and report concerns through the correct channels. Protect the children's dignity and trust. Be mindful of how and when sensitive information is shared, and always consider the child's feelings. Report concerns. Don't keep these secret. If a child shares something worrying, pass it on to the appropriate person. Do not promise to keep it a secret. Child protection. The safety and welfare of the child is the most important concern always. Put the child's well-being first, no matter what the situation. All children have the right to be protected from harm. Every child must be kept safe from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. Early intervention is the key. Act on concerns as early as possible. Early action can prevent harm from getting worse. Everyone working with children has a duty to report concerns. As an SNA, you must report any signs of abuse or neglect to the designated liaison person, the DLP, in your school. Support children to feel safe and listen to. Create a caring, trusting environment where children know they can talk and be heard.